What's good? It's your boy Black Labels here with Gold Lines. We got another video coming in today. Today is Friday, February 7th, 2025. We have a good solid 7 games here on the slate. Um, man, oh man, oh man. Let's get to it. First game on the slate is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Washington Wizards. Now, Cleveland here is favored here at a 17.5 point spread, gigantic spread. It's very hard not to take the 17.5, but again, it's Washington, way too risky. Not something I'm comfortable with. I do like this under 235.5. It is something here that 6 out of 10 times in the last 10 games, Cleveland has gone under, and Washington has struggled to score the ball. So we are looking at here, they've gone under 8 of the last 10. So I do see here that 235 being a little high. That's personally going to be my pick for this game, is I will take the under 235.5. Second game on the slate is the San Antonio Spurs at the Charlotte Hornets. Now, for this game in particular, I do genuinely like the 11.5 by the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte has actually covered this number very well. In 2024 alone, they've covered it 75% of the time. And San Antonio doesn't win by that much. Yes, they've got De'Aaron Fox. I'm not going to count that out. But I'm more basing this bet on based on the fact that Charlotte is an underdog a lot. They're basically an underdog every single game, and it's typically pretty high underdogs. And they cover it. This team's been covering for us. So I do like that Charlotte at plus 11.5. I did kind of look at the 225.5 over, but the problem is Charlotte hasn't been getting over that number. So I'm not really comfortable with that. San Antonio's been pushing it for sure. It's something that could be in play, but I personally think I'm going to rock with the 11.5 spread for Charlotte and go from there. Next game is going to be the Miami Heat at the Brooklyn Nets. Now, the Miami Heat on this hand is at a 6.5 favorite on Brooklyn. Miami, to me, is just not in a position to cover these spreads. They're still struggling. They did cover it in their last game. Just not comfortable with it. If I had to go anywhere, I would probably take the money line and put it in like a little parlay. But even that, I'm still a little bit like, eh. Brooklyn has won 3 of their last 4. But the under does look pretty enticing here at the under 210.5. Brooklyn has gone under that 8 of the last 10 games. Not to say here that it can't go over. It is a very low number in today's NBA. So anything can happen in this. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not playing this game because it is a very tight line. Now, moving into the next one, we do have the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks at Atlanta. Now, Atlanta is just honestly is just a falling tree, if that makes sense. I don't know, but I don't know. I just really don't like them. They're at 1 in 10 games they've won. They've covered a 6.5 spread at least. 5 out of the last 10. Milwaukee really hasn't been doing well. Actually, in the last 5 games, they've only covered a 6.5 spread once. They're slumping a little bit. Because even that, they've only won 50% of their games recently as well in the last 10 games. I do like the under here. 240.5 is kind of a tough number. Recently, both teams, again, like Milwaukee's gone under this 60% of the time. And then Atlanta's gone under 50% of the time in the last 10 games. I just do like the under. Both teams have been slowing down. But also just because they're struggling. So I'll take the under at the 240.5 on this game. Next game on the docket is the Philadelphia 76ers at the Detroit Pistons. And oh man, why is this line so tight? Philly is favored at -3. This is a very well game, like very well placed game. Spread is awfully tight. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had to go value, like Detroit's kind of slowing down. 4 of the last 10 games they've won, so it's not like they're killing. But Philly is starting to heat up here. If Embiid is playing, I'm probably leaning at the Philadelphia at 3.5, or minus at 3. The game time decision. They do have him good, so it looks like he's playing. This looks like a Joel Embiid game. I say run it. I do like it when Embiid's playing. So let me go ahead and take Philly here, and I probably I take the 3. It's gonna be tough. I wouldn't bet that game, but if I had to give you a pick, it's gonna be that one. Next game here is Toronto Raptors at OKC Thunder. Now, Toronto has won 6 of their last 10 games. They've also covered that plus 19.5, 9 of the last 10. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a big fucking number. Plus 19 is a huge number. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not betting against anyone to cover a 19-point spread. That's literally asking for this game to be a blowout. I'm not saying that it can't be. I'm just saying these are all NBA players, and 19, it's not like it happens all the time. And like, they covered 84%. OKC has beat teams by 19, 26% of the time. They've actually done it in their last 3 games. So OKC is definitely cruising. But can you keep that up? Can you keep that up? Who knows? They might be honestly the best team in the league right now. But me personally, I'll take the 19. If you're giving me 19 at even money, like, I'm gonna take that. Like I said, it's still the NBA. I've seen it plenty of times where if you give me that number, it still gets covered. It's a lot of leeway. Next game here coming through. Now, if you want to play the under one's another good one at under 230.5. Last game on the slate is the Utah Jazz at the Phoenix Suns. Utah sucks. I would never bet on their spread, and I will never bet on their money line. Way too unpredictable. I do play their player props. I do like. Typically, I'm always like playing the alt lines on Colin Sexton and George, and I'm usually pretty good on those. That's really all I ever play from Utah. You kind of know where the production's coming from, but if it was like an actual total game, I don't touch them. But in this situation, I'm more so looking at Phoenix here, not at the 8.5. The 8.5 is pretty high, and that's tough. Phoenix hasn't been doing too well themselves. I do like here the over more than anything. It's not a game I'll bet because I don't like it, but if I'm going to put a pick, it's going to be 231.5 over. Utah has gone over this number 6 of the last 10 times. Last 5 games, Phoenix has gone over this number. Very flip-flop because the first 5, yeah, it was very flip-flop. But I do like here this over is probably my favorite play out of all of them in regards to for this Utah-Phoenix game. So, but all right, y'all. Hey, man, like, subscribe. Please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And please comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you've won some bets. Let me know if you're trailing or if you're fading. Hey, if you're beating me, you beat me. I don't really care. Then you need to teach me something. But at the end of the day, man, we're all just trying to win. We're trying to beat the books. We do have a Discord as well below. Go ahead and click that Discord link. Join the Discord. We are trying to grow that Discord as much as we can. Like I said, we're trying to build a community that can actually build and grow together. So, but again, my name is Daniel. I'm sorry, it is Daniel. But my name is Black Labels, man. And I appreciate y'all coming out. Like I said, deuces.